The next topic that we're going to have is about dumb phones. And we all know about smartphones, but I didn't know what a dumb phone was. Honestly, when I saw the what is it? When I saw the article, I was like, what the heck is a dumb phone? And then it also said, I believe it said that Gen Z are the people who are actually buying it. I'm like, Gen Z is buying dumb phones? Like, aren't they like very, used to having these smartphones and everything like that? So it seems surprising that Gen Z would be the ones to do that. So let's take a look at that article. I'm actually gonna pour up a shot before we get into these dumb phones, because we about to go dummy. You feel me? Also, I hope you guys are having a great day today. I know Andrew Tate is having a great day today because he's free, and everything like that. Oh, this was already open. Oops. But yeah, I know Andrew Tate's definitely having a great day today. Okay. I thought I spilled something. Let's see here. Now it says dumb phones are on the rise as Gen Z looks to limit screen time. You cannot convince me that people are like they're actually choosing to go back to these bricks. Let's see what's going on with that. Sorry guys, I hope it's not too loud. If it's too loud, just let me know. It's always an ad, We trying to hear about these dumb phones. What is a dumb phone? Like, we about to start walking around with like bricks? Is that what's happening? Those brick phones, if you guys know what I'm talking about, the like massive brick phones.
While yes, you can find an OG flip phone, some of the relics on eBay, we're seeing companies develop new models too.
Flip phones are hot right now.
Flip phone.
Flip phones are hot right now.
It might seem like dumb phones are a product of the past.
I did not know that.
Prevalent around the world and still make up about a quarter of phones.
I definitely didn't know that.
And yes, this is in large part due to their affordability in developing countries, but it's also becoming a movement among younger generations.
So it's been an official week on this guy, the crappy dumb phone, and I'm never going back.
Should I get
to
a different phone?
We're going to be talking about my dumb phone.
Today we're going to talk about the Light Phone 2. It's been 3 years since I've had this device.
I had been thinking about getting a dumb phone or a flip phone.
It's funny, it says it's kind of like a roast. Like, you guys get it? Like it says Sarah Diedrich, dumb phone user. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, she's a phone user, but she's just a dumb phone user. I don't know. That was kind of funny to me. I'm kind of corny though, so you already know. Like, you already
kind
know.
of involuntarily adopted one. My iPhone broke, and I loved it so much, I decided to keep it.
Okay.
Despite this, smartphones are still king. Even in developing nations where flip phones are still widely used, smartphone usage is growing.
Developing countries are definitely some of the places where Nokia has, not just as a brand, but also with both feature phones and also smartphones.
Oh, Nokia probably eating right now. They probably eating this
Worldwide,
up.
The feature phone market is expected to decrease by about 10% over the next 5 or so years.
Could be good for your mental health for sure. We already know social media screws up your mental health.
And older generations refusing to use smartphones could be phasing out, as there was a 48% increase in smartphone ownership among those 65 and up from 2012 to 2021.
Oh, they getting hip.
The amount of dumb phones being used by young people in Western countries is growing. CNBC wanted to explore what the dumb phone trend is all about and see if it can compete with the massive smartphone industry. Within the dumb phone market, there are essentially two avenues most consumers take. One being a classic flip or slide phone similar to what was commonly used in the early and mid-aughts, like a Motorola or Nokia. Two being a modern minimalist phone from brands like Light or Punked, whose phones are in a way purposely dumb. And these brands are also labeling their phones as feature phones, which is like a flip phone with some additions like a hotspot or a GPS.
I think that's brilliant. Honestly, I think that's brilliant because when I was thinking about this just right now, I was like, well, sheesh, I don't like that I'm constantly scrolling on social media. I don't like that I have all of that access because rarely ever is it really positive for most people, and I think we all can agree, but at this point we're all so addicted to our phones and addicted to the social media culture that we're fine with it, even though we know it's possibly not bad for us. Up at night just scrolling through your phone instead of going about your life or going to sleep. So I think that's very interesting that they made a phone that's actually not so old that it's so outdated that you can't do what you need to do, but a phone that's new enough for you to do what you need to do, but doesn't necessarily have that access to things like social media and a lot of that stuff that really can hold you back. So I'm just saying, from a business standpoint, if this really is some type of movement, I don't know how much of a movement it is. CNBC is saying it's a movement. I haven't seen it. I ain't never heard of one of my friends or anybody at work or that I'm around saying, hey, you know what? I'm trying to get one of those dumb phones because I'm trying to get my life right. But I like the direction. I like the direction this is going in and everything like that. Let's continue.
Yes. How do you feel about the term dumb phone?
He looks like he would have a dumb phone.
With the light phone.
Oh, he's the co-founder of the light phone. He making money. He looks like the guy that would not only create it but have one.
Which, isn't inherently anti-technology, but it's about consciously choosing how and when to use which aspects of technology.
I like this guy, though.
Add to my quality of life versus
his face is kind of shaped like a
with
moon.
all sorts of vulnerabilities of the
I'm not roasting. I mean, I am.
For instance, you have a culture
He's a cool
here
guy,
in
though.
Switzerland and Germany. They call
This is the
they don't
founder
call
and
it a dumb
CEO of
phone or
the
a
other
digital
company,
minimalist
the phone
They
company.
call it the weekend phone.
One of the biggest reasons some Gen Zers are reverting to a dumb or minimalist phone is the concern with smartphones' effects on mental health.
We all know that what people convey through social media, they only convey the best of their life, which makes others falsely believe they live a lesser life by social comparison, which in turn negatively affect their self-esteem and well-being.
The US Surgeon General even recently stated that 13 is too young to be on social media, so some are taking the initiative and switching to a dumb or feature phone incapable of browser and social media use.
Yeah, I think TikTok really showed us how dangerous social media could be to little kids. And when it comes to the point where, you pop up on TikTok, you trying to just watch some cooking videos, maybe learn a little bit about how you could save a quick buck on in finance and stuff, and watch a little 30-second video. Next thing you know, you got some 10-year-old girl dancing in some shorts. I think the second I hopped on TikTok, I was like, yeah, little kids do not need to be on social media. This is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? You got Kim Kardashian's kid over here dancing to Northwest, and wait, no, not Northwest. Why am I thinking about? What's her name again? Yeah, Northwest, actually. Yeah, over there, dancing to Ice Spice, which, little kids should not be dancing to Ice Spice or really reciting her lyrics. I get it. We were all young. We was singing that, my neck, my back. You know what I'm saying? I was getting it. But it's good that I wasn't able to go on social media to thousands, if not millions or billions of people and express the way that I felt, and everything like that. I don't think that's a good thing for kids. And, they're kind of just saying this is some of the reason why they kind of are creating this phone. Man, this bug in my house is annoying. But they're saying, this is their reasoning. This is a thought process behind it. And honestly, I love it. I think it's a great thing.
It's definitely a trend that we've noticed, that people have been very occupied with digital social media for a while, and a lot of people want to take a step back and get a bit more detached from that part of their life.
I take my smartphone with me absolutely everywhere, so I decided to jump on the dumb phone bandwagon and test out a couple different devices. This is the Punked MPO2 phone. It's my first dumb phone ever.
They need to work on the packaging, though.
Switzerland.
Just because the phone dumb doesn't mean the packaging has to be weak. Come on now, you got to do better, especially if you want people to buy it. Oh gosh.
T9 layout, which I've never actually used before. He also
strikes me as a guy that would want a dumb phone.
We'll see.
I kind of want one.
I started to find that Americans in their 20s are on their phones for about 29 hours a week, equaling about 4 hours a day. That was in 2021, just for reference.
You guys know, looking at a phone like that, okay, yeah, there's his iPhone. Looking at a phone like that, man, you definitely not about to be wasting a whole bunch of time texting your life away. Because, remember, if you guys remember back in the day, it was the system where you used to have to be you have to click through multiple letters to get to the letter you want. So sending a text, you couldn't just sit there and just send paragraphs. That would take you forever. Obviously we got fast, we got efficient, we got them texting fingers, but still, I already know me. If I had a dumb phone, I would not be having that many conversations, because it's a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of work. So that could be a good thing. Focus on your goals. You know what I'm saying? Focus on your goals, people. Focus on this guap. Like the video. You feel
Trends
me?
about at 2.5 to 3 hours, which is a little bit less than average. The vast
A
majority
little
of my time
bit
is
less than
spent on
average.
messages.
I feel like that's way less
Now
than
I'm
average.
gonna swap out the SIM from my iPhone to the Punked phone. The Punked phone retails for about $380 or $400 if you want it in light blue.
You can call, you can SMS.
Nah, they joking. They charging $300 for it though. They charging $300 for a phone that look like it's from the early 2000s. They must be joking. Are they high? Are they drunk? I'm not, but they might be. What? Imagine an iPhone is like what? $1,200? You mean to tell me I'm about to pay $300 for a phone that is intentionally bad? Come on, y'all are losing me. Y'all are losing me. But then again, I don't know. I don't know the features. It just seems like I should be able to get this phone. If I'm getting a phone from the early 2000s, I feel like it should be like 100, 150, 200 max. $350 for a phone that's designed that's like saying like, hey, you know what? Okay, I have a PlayStation 5, right? That's like somebody coming up to me and like, hey, bro, I got this thing. It's the same thing as the PlayStation 2, bro. It's basically a PlayStation 2. But you know what? I'm going to charge you, you know what I'm saying? Let's say $200. I'd be like, bro, what? I just flipped that $200 a few times and now it can just get me the PlayStation 5. That's ridiculous. But hey, maybe they're selling. We need to see what their numbers look like. Water, shot, water. You feel me? Stay hydrated, people. Drink your water.
Call and message through Signal, and you can make it use as a hotspot for connectivity.
There are other like purposely dumb phones, like the light phone, which allows for a little bit more leeway, I guess, on
hey, it's little. That's kind of cool.
Retailing for about $300, the light phone has a few more.
Oh, okay. It looks a little bit more advanced. Maybe I was just ranting. Y'all know I'd be ranting.
Things that have a real utility purpose. So, you know, something like an alarm or directions or a calculator or even, you know, a voice memo and notes tool. These things have like a really clear use case.
There's nothing about Punk that is against technology. It's about intentional technology.
Right now, I'm actually waiting on a call from somebody who I've been dating for about a month. And we've never actually called before, but we're trying to set up our plans for tomorrow. And texting is just so inefficient on a phone like this. So we're going the old-fashioned way, doing a little call. Hello?
It's kind of good, you know.
So far, I actually
he's actually talking to his girl, you know, getting that real human interaction, you know,
sit with the
by hearing somebody's voice, hearing their emotions. You can't get that through text. You'd be like,
I'm still able to text, just like kind of poorly. I'm a little bit more reliant on calling. But I'm about to have about an hour-and-a-half commute up to our office in Englewood Cliffs, because I live in Brooklyn. So I'm not going to be able to use music or podcasts, which I usually do the entire time. Instead, I'll have to doing some reading. But maybe that's
better in your life, man. I might have to get a dumb phone. You feel me?
What I'm running into is directions.
I might have to get one.
The Punked phone does not have any sort of map or directional indicator on it, so I'm having to look up directions before I go for certain places. It's no problem. Like
I didn't
to work,
see. I can't do
memorized,
that.
But for places that I'm not as used to going, I have to check before I leave and then just try to remember everything, which can be a little bit of a challenge.
Okay, so I did have to briefly cheat.
I can't get down with that. Everybody who knows me knows I hate driving, and I gotta use my GPS for anywhere. I don't care how close it is. You know, unless it's right outside the house, I'm using the GPS every time.
Keyboard on it.
That would be tough for me.
Which makes it a little bit easier to use for me, but everything on it is a little bit delayed.
Oh God!
Because of the type of screen it is.
That's terrible.
So I'm still struggling a lot.
It's like it has advantages, but also it's kind of
like, which I think is actually really nice, is voice to text, and it works pretty well. You have to go a little slow for it, but overall, very convenient.
Yeah, you
This is the
probably
home
need that
screen,
because
and you
you
actually
can't
have to
text.
go on your computer to their online dashboard to add any additional tools past the alarm. So I went in and added the directions, hotspot, music, notes, podcasting. The directional tool
Dang,
actually
I
works
can't lie,
really
that phone
well.
looks
I
kinda
expected
trash.
to have to put in the actual address, but you can actually just type in
I can't lie, this
the
one
name
looks
of
kind of trash.
something,
Imagine
like
you
most of
chilling with
something,
your homie pulls
and
that
it'll
out.
figure out
It's
the rest
like
from there.
everybody's like, bro, do you
The
need a
Lightphone
little
Music
money?
tool only allows you to upload
Bro, do you
basically
need to borrow a little
MP3s. You're
money?
using it as an MP3 player, so you have to download music. You can't actually stream it. So I'm actually gonna buy an album for the first time in, I want to say, like 10 years.
No!
So I mean,
God, oh, they got people back buying music. We about to go back to the live stream, the live wire or LimeWire days. If you guys know about LimeWire, you a real one. If you know about LimeWire too, definitely like and let me know that you know about LimeWire. But back to illegally downloading music and everything like that. Now, like me, like bro, who would think about buying music? Like I'm going on YouTube, typing it in, Lil Durk featuring King Von, and then you know what I'm saying, I'm doing my thing and we all jamming. This man actually had to buy music. That's a shame. That's a shame. They need to make. Well, I mean, I guess the whole point though is you don't want to make it too modern. You don't want, I guess, people to be, locked in with their headphones in, blocking out the world. You want them to be able to sit there and actually experience it, smell the air, look around when you're on the subway, look at the homeless person, like, you know what I'm saying? Look at the people around you, that pretty girl down the street. Maybe you'll actually talk to her because you don't have your headphones in. So I get it, and it's tough. It seems like it's tough, but I love the idea. I love the implementation of it. I don't know if it's necessarily for me, but maybe it could be. Like, I would love to try out one of these phones for like a week or two. I think that would be great, and just see like what experience is better, having access to all these things that the smartphone provides us, or the lack of things that the dumb phone has. You know what I'm saying? That could really be advantageous. Like, he couldn't listen to music, so he read a book. I think we all can agree that reading a book is probably more advantageous than listening to music for the most part. Let's continue.
it's working.
This is
It's not
actually
like the
pretty
best
interesting.
listening experience, but I am listening to music, so it counts for something. Well, I don't really use my phone that much to begin with compared to most people my age. I decided that a dumb phone really isn't for me. And honestly, one of the biggest negatives for me was not being able to listen to music and get around super easily using something like Google Maps.
So it wasn't for him after he,
On average, over
tested
half
it.
of kids in the US received their first smartphone by age 11, and that percentage has continued to grow, making Gen Z the first generation to entirely grow up with social media and smartphones.
Hey, Lucky, I think I got
And
my
about half
first
of teens
phone
in the US said they feel addicted to their
my
mobile
freshman
devices,
year of
which
high
can have
school. What
adverse
are you
effects
then,
on
like
mental
14?
health.
This is why parents should be encouraging healthy device habits. It's not about prohibiting or banning totally.
Yo, this would be, I'm thinking about it as if I were to use it or if you guys were to use it, but possibly could this be a great market for parents who want who their kids want a phone, but they don't want them to be, you know what I'm saying, twerking on TikTok? This could be an alternative. Hey, you can still call and talk to your friends. You can still text your friends. You can still have reminders on your phone, apps, calculators, stuff like that. Maybe a few games, stuff like that. But you're not going to be able to Instagram, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to be able to YouTube, and everything like that. Maybe instead of them saying, hey, let's wait till you're 16, let's wait till you're 15, let's wait till you're 14, let's wait till you're in high school, maybe this could be an alternative for parents to kind of feel safe about the phone their kids is using. I feel like, well, I'm clapping in the mic. I'm sorry to the one person who is watching this right now. But, like, I feel like that may be the market for this. That may be the market for this. Maybe, yes, dumb phone is a good name because they're a smartphone. But these are kids' phones. Phones created for youth. Phones specifically created for the youth. Do I even want this on YouTube? Because I might need to make it myself. You feel me? I'm about to make $1 million. You know what I'm saying? Phones made for the kids. Parents are worried about their kids being on Instagram, worried about their kids being on Twitter, worrying about their kids twerking on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to be doing that, girl. You 10 years old. But if parents still are the type of parents that are like, hey, I want my kid to be able to have a phone, you know what I'm saying? Then this could be the perfect middle ground, the perfect solution. The kid still gets to talk to their friends. They still get to kind of feel like they have a phone because, I mean, I guess they do have a phone. And the parents can feel like, hey, you know what I'm saying? My daughter's not going to be posting bathroom sink pics, you know what I'm saying, on Instagram. You feel me? I think that's perfect. Y'all don't take that idea from me, please. Please don't take that idea from me because testing will start soon. Testing, research, and development on that project, the child phone, will start soon. Phone made for basically parents to give to their kids.
Device
I like that.
Being used. Maybe like encouraging their children to take some regular breaks.
A recent study found that decreasing teens' smartphone-based social media use by 50% improves issues with emotional distress.
But I think you can see it with certain Gen Z
That'd be
population.
very easy to
They're
push
tired
to
of the
investors.
screens.
Like,
they don't know what is going on with mental health.
these
and
phones
they're
are
trying
bad
to
for
make
us. We
cutbacks.
know this. So
from
when it has to do with the
2019 to
youth, come on
2022,
now.
over a
That's
billion
easy
feature phones
money.
were sold
I'm
globally.
about to get on that right
I
after
think
this stream.
this
Yeah, feel me?
trend, starting in the United States, could very easily move, I would say, first to Western Europe and Australia, and then after
As I
that,
check my
places like
smartphone.
Eastern Europe, and even places like China.
This trend is largely a result of mental health concerns and in part why companies like Light and Punkt said its devices are popular among younger audiences despite having
So
simple
they
and
already
intuitive
on it.
designs.
They might have me beat.
A study connecting mental health and the rise of social media from 2008 to 2018 found that 18 to 23-year-olds who reported experiencing a depressive episode increased by 83%.
That's terrible.
So I wanted to change my lifestyle, you know, kind of like get into a slower lifestyle instead of like the fast pace of the internet.
We kind of had this hypothesis that, taking a break from smartphones and the internet at large from time to time would, yield a really refreshing and positive experience for users.
He's gonna make
And brands
a lot
like Light
of
and
money.
Punkt that are geared toward
Maybe
younger
he won't.
audiences have
It's
found success
2023.
and
Like, do
increasing
people
device
want-
sales.
Do people
From
really want this?
2021, for example, to the last year, 2022, we did grow 50% year over year.
You know, we are
great for a
fivefold
startup.
compared to 2018. Let's put it this way. So, but you know, we are not in the millions. We are in the 100,000s. You know.
But I think this light phone, Punkt, and brands
There,
that
do
are,
y'all
that are
have,
new,
like,
I
tears?
think
I have, like,
could
tears.
make a
It's
much
kinda beautiful.
bigger
I
impact,
feel a tear
particularly
coming, yeah.
in the Western worlds, because it's not apologizing for being not a smartphone.
In 2021, just 61% of Americans 65 and up were using smartphones, while 29% were using a dumb or feature phone.
The biggest question that I wanted to figure out is, will they age out or will they move to something different?
And as with most technology, older generations were slow to adopt smartphones. In 2012, once smartphones had picked up some serious steam, only 13% of those 65 and up had a smartphone, compared to 66% of 18 to 29-year-olds. What's assumed is that older generations are still using feature phones because it's what they're used to and have no need for the updated tech, and just 45% of them said they ever use social media.
I do believe we'll see higher adoption of dumb phones,
I think we will,
even
too.
when folks like
I think
age out,
smartphones
if
are always
nothing
going to be
else.
the main thing, but
The
there's
dexterity
definitely
that
a
it
market
takes
for this,
to,
I believe.
Touch the screen of a smartphone when you get older is tough. Your eyes go, and directly you cannot operate a smartphone without having some reasonable eyesight.
Older generations are sticking with Nokia phones and still doing that. But I think that's also where we really try to bring on top of that innovation, so they can still function in a modern society.
Older generations are clearly shifting away from dumb phones, and despite the growing movement among younger generations, 85% of Americans have a smartphone, and that percentage has grown every year since their inception, but some think the dumb phone industry will grow as well.
In North America, the market for dumb phones is pretty much flatlined, right, over the past 4 or 5 years, but I could see it getting up to 5% increase in the next 5 years, if nothing else, based on the more public health concerns that that are out there.
The problem is that humanity is not yet ready for this fast evolving software. Children are not yet ready because they are going through a very important developmental age. So they're not yet prepared to face all the challenges that are currently available on the internet, video games, or even the social media platforms.
I think in the next 5 years, we will have major...
Okay. So I think there was really a lot to take in here. I actually think this is a beautiful idea. The dumb phone is not a dumb idea. It's a very smart idea. And I feel like the market for this is really parents who want to give their kids the opportunity to be able to speak to their friends and everything. You know, their friends probably had phones for years, possibly even, you know, elementary. There it is again. I'm from the country, y'all, so I don't care if I squeeze a bug. But I missed. But yeah. I think that's what the market would be really good for. Like, let me know what you guys think about this and everything like that. He said, finally, he's free. Shout out Tate. Shout out to Tate, the GOAT. Said young Andrew Tate, the GOAT. But yeah, like I was saying, yeah, let me know what you guys think and everything about, like, the possibility of dumb phones. Would you guys possibly want a dumb phone? Do you guys think that would be good? Because as you guys know, like, social media is cool and everything. It's good. I hop on social media. I see a whole bunch of food and booties. Honestly, that's what I see. Like, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. I don't even be trying to. When I hop on social media, I see celebrities, food, and booty. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. The word booty is funny. But, yeah, guys. So, you know, there's a lot of benefits that you could have by having a dumb phone. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, he couldn't listen to music really like that. So instead he read a book. You're not spending countless hours just dragging, just listening, you know, just scrolling through social media and everything like that. And it can really, you know, make you smell the fresh air. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having your headphones in, that cutie that you've been trying to talk to on the bus, you so bored sitting there because you ain't got nothing on your phone that you like, might as well go talk to the cutie, you know what I'm saying, and everything like that. And yeah, shout out Tate. I wonder if Tate's gonna be on social media. He's probably not. But yeah, guys, definitely like, comment, and subscribe and everything like that for sure. And we're gonna move on to the next topic.